off-duty, travelling without any equipment, clinically or for personal protective equipment, to deal with incidents, and they came across a serious road traffic collision. A van had gone onto its side and impacted a motorway sign and was severely embedded in that structure. There was a private ambulance crew already on scene, but they were not a paramedic grade, and they were a support worker grade. So Matt and Kathryn had some skills and knowledge that they could bring to the incident. So they pulled over, offered their services, and that offer was very gratefully received. They then stayed on scene for 2.5 hours, providing initially immediate life-saving care, and then working with the other resources as they arrived to bring the best patient outcome for this situation. So on arriving on scene, Matt and Kathryn found an adult male trapped in a light goods vehicle. He was heavily trapped. He had one leg completely amputated. The other leg was partially amputated. He had some critical hemorrhage occurring, which needed immediate resolution. The working space was extremely confined, so access was very difficult to do what they needed to do. The extrication took about 2.5 hours until the patient left scene because there were some technical difficulties due to the structures involved. Initially they needed to get tourniquets onto the patient to stop the bleeding, but there were no tourniquets available on scene. So they improvised. They made some tourniquets out of oxygen tubing and tape and managed to control that hemorrhage, which made a real difference to the outcome in the early stages. They then coordinated and liaised with the other units that arrived on scene, with the HEMS team when they arrived, and with police and fire services, and worked to get a really good outcome. I think if Matt and Kathryn hadn't been passing at that time, it's really hard to know what the outcome would have been. But certainly from what I understand of the situation, from external sources as well as from Matt and Kathryn, I think it would have been challenging to get the blood loss controlled so quickly. So they brought that creativity and technical and clinical knowledge and skills to the incident and made a real difference. I don't know what the outcome would have been without them, but I'm convinced that they made a real difference to the situation here. I'm incredibly proud of Matt and Kathryn being recognised for what they've done. I think it's so often we focus on what we can do better or what's gone wrong, and we don't spend enough time praising people, and particularly when they've risen above their normal expectations. These two were on holiday in complete relaxation mode, and to switch into a very high level of clinical care so suddenly in a very challenging incident and pressured situation is fantastic. It's a great patient outcome, it's great commitment and dedication and skills from them. So I'm really pleased that we're recognising them.